Hola y bienvenidos al octavo programa de temporada de nuestra Orquesta y Coro de Radio y Televisión Española, un programa que estará dirigido por nuestro titular, el maestro Christoph König. Tengo el placer de presentaros una de las protagonistas de este concierto, la solista de violonchelo, la francesa Camille Thomas, que nos visita para interpretar una obra muy especial, el concierto del compositor turco Fazil Say, un concierto que está escrito a raíz de los atentados producidos en París y Estambul, y es una obra que está escrita especialmente para ella. Bienvenida, Camille.
Hola.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Este concierto tiene un mensaje muy especial. ¿Puedes hablarme sobre él? This concert has a very special message. Can you tell me a little bit about this?
Yes. This concerto is called Never Give Up, and the message of the concerto is that we should never give up on hope, on the humankind, on beauty. And Fazil Say wrote this concerto right after the terrorist attack at the Bataclan in Paris and also in Istanbul in a nightclub. And he told me it was his answer to this shock, to this trauma. His answer was to go through a little catharsis, through the art, through the music, through this piece, in order to come out of the trauma and find hope again. So that's why it's called Never Give Up. And it's very special to play it in Madrid because I know that there were also some terrible terrorist attacks, especially in 2004. So we are now 20 years later, and this message is still very strong.
Es la primera vez que interpretas esta obra en Madrid, pero ya la has estrenado en París. ¿Cuál fue la reacción del público en París? What was the public reaction?
Yeah, it was the premiere of this piece was in 2018 in Paris, and the people were crying. There is something very special about this concerto, is that it's speaking about our world today. It's speaking about what we experience, about, of course, terrorist attack, but also about the conflict between religions, between civilizations, between cultures, and it's also full of images. It's a little bit like a painting. The cello is like a human voice speaking and telling us the story of our time. And I think that's why it's so deeply touching for the players, I think for all the orchestra, for me, for the conductor, but also for the public.
Y para terminar, me gustaría preguntarte sobre tu magnífico violonchelo, un Stradivarius de casi 300 años. ¿Cuánto tiempo llevas tocando con él?
It's a Stradivarius called the Feuermann Stradivarius. It's one of the last instruments Antonio Stradivarius made. He was almost 90 years old when he made this cello. It's one of the most beautiful cello in the world, and there are many particularities about his story, but there is two that I love. The first one is that it's written, he wrote, or he said to someone who wrote it, I don't know, but his secret wish was that this instrument will be played by a woman. And in the biography of the cello, I didn't see any woman yet, so I'm very happy. And the second story is that this cello knew Chopin. He met Chopin because it was played by Auguste Franco, who was one of Chopin's closest friends, and Chopin wrote a cello sonata, so maybe this cello inspired Chopin, played with Chopin, so it has an amazing history also.
A lot of responsibility also.
Oh, yes. I'm always afraid when I have it in my arms. It's like my baby.
Okay, thank you very much. Muchísimas gracias, Camille Thomas. Es un placer para nosotros recibirte.
Es un placer for me too.
Por primera vez en Madrid.
Sí,
okay.
Gracias.